second with a hack. We're going to do the hackathon, and we're going to start it soon. So real quickly, we found a phone, and I think it's Bristol Kilpatrick. Anyway, if there's a Bristol Kilpatrick, do you want to catch it? Yeah. Your hands? Okay. Look at that. Good hands. Woo. All right. There's no music. There's no vibe. We got to kind of get this going a little bit here. But this is the second year we've done a hackathon, right? And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like in a software company in the old days, everybody would stop work and they'd try to solve one problem, every engineer, and they would hack and hack and hack, and then the best solutions would be put up on site. Last year, we did something similar. There's audience involvement. There's going to be a QR code where you can vote on the best hack, and this is a technology idea presented by 7 of our speakers, one at a time for 4 minutes each, and at the end of it, you're going to vote on which one you thought would be most useful in your business. And they get a $100 bill, which is very exciting, I know, for all 7 of us. I'm holding on to it for right now, okay? So, you guys familiar with what we're going to do here? I think these are some great ideas, and I'm super excited. And at the end of this, we're going to land right at our happy hour and some music. So stay in your seats and keep rolling here. So the first speaker is none other than somebody you just heard a minute ago, Mr. Zach O'Hara, with the first hack of the day. Go ahead, Zach, come on up.
Okay. Am I able to connect my computer, or that's my only way of showing it?
Oh, it's the only way to show it?
Maybe have someone go first, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, why don't we do that? So, Zach, why don't you go on up there and give it a go without your computer?
Okay, sounds
All right.
good. You got it.
All right, thank you.
All right. A little show and tell, huh? All right, so I'll show you guys my Closers Club. So you can envision you're a masonry salesman in Chicago. You just joined a team, and you want some resources out in the field, and also some feedback as far as how each estimate goes. So I feel kind of dumb showing this. Some people can see it. I mean, but oh, cool, loving it. All right. So I used Grok Imagine. You know, we have Teslas all throughout our company, so created a cool imagery that they could log in and be like, whoa, that's part of a cool team. So upon logging in, they're gonna get a level up of the day. This is recurring 180 days based on the sales system that we're trying to get everyone tuned to. There's really 6 or 7 modules to this. At the top is today. So I don't have many job starts or estimates assigned to me, but every day, each estimator gets what jobs are starting and what their schedule is on the today section. Secondarily, they have brain training. I've written about 90 questions, and they have to pass these quizzes 5 out of 6. Those are all tuned to masonry. This heat map, as far as when you're going to sell a client in Glenview, and you want to be able to show, hey, we did masonry repairs right there, we did tuck pointing right by your neighbor, and a power wash right there. It's a cool little heat map that we could show all the jobs we've done within the last year. They also have an instant estimator. So 8-foot chimney rebuild. Let's say we wanted to get a quick estimate. I have this trained on our previous 3,400 estimates that we've sent out. So our salesmen get a good feel. What will we pay the sub? What will we charge the client? Resources, these are our sell sheets. These are some of our warranty details. So in the field on their phone, they have access to show any info, any product, or our warranties. And then the one that I think is cool is this blind spot analysis here. So we all use plods, like I mentioned. Every time they have a plod, it gets zapped into here. They end up with a grade for each appointment. So you can't see here, but it says strengths. You did an excellent upfront contract and agreement. You had strong technical assessment, but you gave a budget range without asking what theirs was. And you're also unsure how the spouse is going to be factored into the decision, right? So they could come home and say, all right, next time I'll qualify the budget better. Maybe I'll make sure, is the husband need to be involved, or can I close this right now? And then it also breaks down each of the different strengths that we're wanting them to have on that specific appointment, how well they did or not. So the last thing we have is just an objections resource. Well, for one, at the end of the jobs, we have each of our cities, they could give a QR code to get a Google review. So important, obviously. And then the objections playbook. So if they left a house and they got told, that seems really expensive, hey, I understand, help me understand what you were expecting to invest. That way I can see if there's a way to scope this that fits your budget. So it's just a list of, hey, here's all the things that our masonry clients typically tell us. Here's ways to overcome that if you're feeling a little discouraged leaving a house. So all in all, it's a Closers Club app. The main feature though, speed to lead. This is our accountability map. I almost want to blur it to not embarrass anyone. This shows your average when you went to the estimate to when the estimate got sent to the client. So it maps an average days there, how many overdue to-dos you have in our CRM system, and how many bids you have to ship that you've met with and you got to ship them. So this is a public leaderboard that we kind of hold everyone accountable to. It's a little bit of a speed to lead metric. That's all I got. Sorry.
All right. Zach, I think you get extra points for rolling with it. And here's to the cameraman for making, I didn't even know that thing could focus like that. Fantastic in the clutch. Our next hackathon speaker is Michael Anschel. Many of you have seen him in breakouts. He brings a unique blend of creativity, global perspective, and construction expertise to the remodeling industry. He's principal of OA Design, Build, and Architecture in Minneapolis, built a reputation for innovation, thoughtful design, and pushing the boundaries of technology in remodeling. Please welcome Michael Anschel.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? All right, awesome. Okay, so here's my hack. It's quick, it's easy, it's fun, it's simple. And I used AI to make it so, yay, AI. All right. So how can we use AI in the creative process? This is a question that comes up all the time. So here, this is a real project. It's a real thing. Here's a sketch, a hand-drawn sketch of a thing that we thought the client might like. And I think this is a pretty good sketch. I don't do a lot of sketches, but I think this sketch turned out pretty nice.
He's got it.
I've got a couple of material selections that the AI threw on the side there to help kind of visualize, like this is brass and this is wood, right? But this is still like the human creative process, right? We're just augmenting our process with AI. And then, of course, our CAD drawings, right? This is an essential part of the process. Still human, still us doing the work, still us figuring out and like noting what we're going to put in different places. And then we can technically, it's down here on the bottom there where it says simple render. That's going to be like our chief architect's simple render, which then we feed it that render into Nano Banana and say, hey, Nano Banana, would you make that look cooler, hyper photorealistic, da-da-da-da. And then from there, we can start to iterate. Hey, swap out the countertop with a different countertop. Swap out the backsplash with a different backsplash. So this is, now we're using the AI tool so that we're taking the toil out of redrawing and re-rendering the same thing so that we can show the client multiple options. In fact, this actual project, we were out on the at the stone fabricator looking at stone. They saw a stone they liked. They said, what about that one? I hadn't done a render for that stone. Took a photograph of it, sent that photo of the stone up into Nano Banana and said, hey, can you swap out the countertop and backsplash with that stone? It did it. Client said, love it. That's awesome. We get to highlight some things that would be really, really hard for us to create within one of our tools. Like even in Photoshop, to go through and put in lighting and show all the possibilities, where we can do this in, say, 30 seconds with using one of the AIs to sort of support what it is that we're doing, our creative intent. Same thing. We can adjust the tones of the cabinetry. I want the white oak to be a little redder, a little browner, a little whiter, a little greener, right? We can nudge these things around, fine-tuning them. We're still doing the work, but AI is augmenting our process. So there it is, from sketch to CAD drawing to initial render to photo enhanced AI generation, so that we got materials, feedback, we create atmosphere, we create a cool thing for the client to respond to. And you can even go as far as there it is.
Great job, buddy. Thank you so much. Hey, could I have that? Oh, yeah. All right, one more time for Michelangelo. Pretty good hack, I thought. Our next speaker is nationally recognized marketing and technology leader in the home services industry. She's CEO of A Squared Marketing. You're going to hear more from Michael and Anna tomorrow morning. She spent more than 15 years helping contractors leverage technology and digital strategy to grow faster and smarter. She's also an advocate for innovation and women in the trades, and she runs dog sleds in Minnesota, but that's a different conference. Please welcome Anna Anderson. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm thrilled to be here and to share a hack. And I want to share a hack that, as Pat said, would you come up and share a hack, Anna? There's so many things I could talk about, like Michael. It's hard to pick one. And I've worked with many visionaries, and they have created amazing things. And you may be sitting here and going, I thought this was a code hack. I thought this was a tech hack. But the greatest things have happened from visionaries. How many of you have had a chance to be with a visionary, or yourself are a visionary? Yes, you know the difference. Visionaries are the spark that makes hacks happen. They dream big and they ship fast, but they ship with accuracy. And that's what I want to focus on today with this hack. We know this person very well. Many of us have an Apple device, right? And we love it. And has transformed our world. But I think the big thing to understand in this hack is, how are you showing your team the future? What are you doing to be the Steve Jobs for your company? That's the hack we need to discover. That's the hack we need to stop and say, am I intentionally taking time, clarity time, to say, what is the transformation? That's not just going to change my world, the business, the community. What's that big thing? That big thing that's going to create a dent in the universe. So radical that you're like, man, somebody says, you're crazy, Anna. Yeah, let's think crazy. Let's think big. Let's pitch things that are transformational. Let's not be afraid to say, where's the stage that we can step on and say, let's drop this thing and let's see what dent it will have. Because if you are walking in fear, your hack will never be successful, ever. And this quote, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Ask yourself that question. Am I a leader? Am I willing to hack where no one has hacked? That's a good question. That's something you should be asking yourself. So you may say, Anna, I'm not a visionary, but I'm an executor. I'm somebody that can come alongside and take a vision and implement it. That too is a skill. It's a hack in its own right. The first point that needs to be understood is recognizing your gift. Many of us don't stop and say, what is my gift? Am I a visionary? Someone that's going to boldly walk into a room and drop something and just see what happens? Or someone who's going to come alongside and say, I've got it. That's a hack. First, recognizing what you have is something incredibly powerful. So I have this example here because I think it's important to recognize we all have that purpose. Understanding what your purpose is powerful. When we look at Walt Disney, we recognize he did something amazing, something that is like Steve Jobs, still here today. And you might have heard me say this if you've heard me speak before, but when he died, Disneyland wasn't done. But someone said on his deathbed, he saw it before we realized what it was. The vision was so impregnated in his DNA, all he needed to do was close his eyes, and he saw the reality. So with that, this is what I want you to know. What are you doing to create that new era? AI is taking the limits off of you. It's creating a bold future. You can do things that were not possible before. Michael and I have been meeting weekly. We've been blowing things up and having a lot of fun. But what has it taken? We say, let's see what we can blow up this week. And we come back. You have to make sure that you're willing to say no to some things and yes to the others. Great visionaries are willing to say no multiple times because it does not align with where they are going. So here's my path. I tell my team, don't be afraid to blow something up. Just make sure you have a buddy to protect you. It's always good, right? You need to have an executor. If you are the visionary, make sure you have an executor. Your hack will fail if you don't. And stay the course. How many times have you had something great and you said, just too soon, it's not going to happen? Blood, sweat, and tears, my friend. That is what it takes to have a great hack. It can transform your company, your family, and the world. So with that, the crazy ones changed the world. I hope that you are one of them. So as I end, my mentor shared something with me a year ago. Little did I know that this lesson would be so impactful for me that I would constantly look and say, oh, what is it? I know, thank you, Pat, I'm going long.
That's okay.
But I want everybody to take your hands. I want you to look at them. And in your hands is one of two things. It is time or it is money. How many of you have heard this? At any time in your life, you're gonna have time, you're gonna have money. Rarely do you have both. So as you're hacking, look distinctly at what is in front of you. Do you have time or do you have money? I constantly ask myself that. Do I have time or do I have money? May I invest it wisely? So may your hack be something like this. Shatter the world around you with great, amazing things. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Anna. Wonderful. All right. Next up, you heard him earlier this morning. His name is Paul McManus. He's president, owner of McManus Kitchen and Bath in Tallahassee, Florida, where technology and process innovation play a critical role in delivering an exceptional client experience. He's got some great ideas, and here's one of them. Please welcome Paul McManus. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't use these handheld mics very much. I've just got one slide for you guys, so this will be pretty short. I think this is a competition who's the best. I think I've already lost because that guy, the Mason who did the first presentation, I think that was pretty awesome. Anyway, my hack's pretty simple. It's a tool that I think some people know about. Some people know about, don't use. Some people don't know about at all. It's free. You can also pay. There's a paid plan. It's called Notebook LM. It's a Google thing, so it also connects with Gemini. It's different probably than other AI tools you've used. It's a research tool. So this is just a screenshot of the tool. You can see on the left, I love doing research through video. So there's just, 6, 8 videos there. You can throw whatever you want in Notebook LM, PDFs, videos, pictures, text files. It doesn't really matter. You can pretty much put anything in there. And then the tool will let you do a whole bunch of things. An easy thing to do, you can just query those sources, right? You can ask any question you want and it will pull the answer from the sources you've put in it. So one of the biggest things we use this for is I put all my SOPs in this tool. And now staff, they want to know how to do something, just ask, how do I do it? And it surfaces the answer, right? So it's a very simple, easy hack for getting quick answers for stuff in your own file structure already. But you can also use it like I use it to build presentations like the one I did this morning. Do research. On the right-hand side, it's got some automatic things you can do. It's connected to Gemini, so you can do almost anything with that information. But it's got some built-in ones. You can create an audio podcast from those sources. So one of the things we do, we write a pretty robust project gallery or a project case study for every project we complete. I take that link, I throw it into here, and it creates an audio podcast of our project gallery post. And then I take that audio and I put it right back in the post. And clients really love that because they're reading it, they can just click play. And it's a really cool back and forth between two people talking about the contents of the post. Anyway, tons of use cases. Check it out, give it a try, see what you can do with it. Thank you very much.
It's Milan first, then you. All right. Cool. Thank you, nice job. Paul McManus, one more round of applause for Paul. Notebook LM, all right. You just heard from this young man, Milan Vladic from Build Nashville. Come on up and tell us your hack.
All right. Thanks, Pat. All right. Solving the world's problems here. Who knows what the red bubble anxiety is? Does anybody know? A couple people. All right, so let me set the stage. You're running a business. You got clients you're dealing with, you have employees you're dealing with, you have projects that are behind, you have budgets you got to work on, you have payroll due. You had a long day, and you get back to your office, or you get back to your house, open up your phone, and guess what? Bah! That's the red bubble that I'm talking about. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the cure for the red bubble. So what we've done, and I was just on stage and I introduced you guys to Nash, the AI agent inside of Build Nashville. So what we did is we built a part of that system is connected to our Gmail inboxes. Now, not everybody in the team has this, just kind of the leadership level and a few like project managers. But what this agent does is that it'll sort your emails for the ones that are not so important. Sometimes people just respond back with a thank you, or maybe you're just on you're copied on there and it just continues to, the chain just continues to grow and grow, but it keeps popping into your inbox. So what we're doing is we're gonna catch those. Every 5 minutes this thing runs. During normal work hours, every 5 minutes, and then off work hours, it's every hour. But it'll go through it and it'll find all the noise. And then it'll take it out of your inbox and put it into a separate group. What it also will do is it'll recognize when you should respond to something, and it'll auto draft already for you. When you install the system, when you set up your Google authorization and all that, a part of that process is that it's gonna run into your sent box and it's gonna learn how you speak. And it's going to use AI, of course, to come up with a profile, what your voice is, what your vibe is, and it's gonna save that. So when it drafts messages, it's going to use that profile to draft. Now, when it responds, obviously it doesn't have all the answers that you need, so it'll actually have brackets. It'll say, okay, here's the response, and then have brackets, and then say, fill in this. This is what this is looking for. Now, as far as the voice goes, every 30 days, because you're gonna change it too. You're gonna see how it responds to the draft, and you're gonna make the changes you want. So every 30 days, this thing runs on a cycle, and it's gonna recheck your sent box. So as you make adjustments to it, it's gonna fine tune, and it's gonna get better and better at sounding like you. AI takes time. That's a big thing I tell people all the time, is that you gotta give it time to learn, to train. So here's an example. Oh, maybe I should go back. Can I go back on this thing? Doesn't matter. Here's the deal. So what you're gonna get is this. You're gonna get an email. This is mine from yesterday. Oh, it did go back, didn't it? So you're gonna get an email every single day. So we're gonna reduce your inbox by, right now we're doing like 60%. But you're gonna get an email like this. I had a redacted lock because this is actually a real thing here, where it tells you at the end of the day, hey, I filtered 24 emails. These are 5 that are kind of were iffy, right? And then over here, there's the rest of them that we knew were not going to be, that needed to be seen, right? And as you can see, actually, it caught Pat. See over there, Pat O'Toole? Sorry, Pat. Yeah, Nash filters you. But here's the good thing about this, though, is that when I reply to this email, I can reply back to the agent and say, hey, let's change the rules here. When Pat O'Toole emails me, don't ignore it. I want that front and center. So we can continue to iterate on our...
Who's tired of hearing about AI? Jesus Christ, AI. This isn't about AI. To be honest with you, I didn't even know I was in the hackathon until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. And Pat said, you ready to go? I said, no, what's going on? I said, well, you're in the hackathon. You're probably one of those guys. I said, Pat, I'm not really even a tech guy. It's not what I do. I'm a marketing guy. My business has grown from 33 to 51 million with very little AI. The crap these guys are talking about, I have no idea. It's clueless, right? I'm just like you guys sitting out there being like, this is absolutely insane. But one of the things that I do that has helped me a lot that I didn't realize was a hack or a benefit was that I bring all my partners together who used to never talk to each other into group calls. And I encourage every one of you, it may not be a hack, but I encourage every one of you to take a partner that you have siloed and you talk to individually or that you have account reviews for, and do a 3-way call or a 4-way call or a group scheduling call, and let them all talk together. This just played out for me right before I walked in this room. 2 of my partners that are brand new are right outside. I use one's lead scoring data. I use the other's platform for retargeting and kind of a rehash regeneration effort. They're both out there. They hadn't met each other. I was looking at one's data, and I said, I use their data. So I went over and I grabbed one, and I brought him back, and I made the introduction. The 3 of us are now getting on a call next week. We're gonna talk about what we can do more, right? The AI stuff here, I keep an open API connection for all my partners. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's open, let's try it, right? What's the worst you can do? You're learning, we're all learning in this process. And that's the most important thing that I think that you guys can do, is just really bring everybody together. That's why we're all in this room. Some of your marketing partners that you guys have are super, super smart, and that's how I'm learning, right? So as you go back and you have individual recurring meetings, please, by all means, push everybody together. Let them talk to each other. And I promise you, it won't necessarily be a hack, but you will get a lot of information and you will find a lot of good things come from making your partners work together. That's it. I think I was under 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Well done, Todd Sigler. Thank you so much. We've got one more hack, and then we're going to bring the 7 back on stage. We're going to cast a vote for the brand new $100 bill. Okay. People are excited. It's the nerves, really. You heard him speak a little while ago. His name is Scott Siegel. He's owner of Maggio Roofing and Certified Contractors Network. He's got an idea to share with you all. So please welcome Mr. Scott Siegel. Oh, you got the chair.
I got a prop. All right. I'm going to turn this around because it's not going to be on the screen, but 78% of jobs go to the first salesperson that presents a price. I don't know if that surprises anybody, but the average salesperson, if they ever present a price, takes 3 to 7 days. I'm going to show you how we do it in about 4 minutes. Now, hopefully you can zoom in on this and you can see it. Not the greatest picture, but I wanted to do one that was kind of real, so I pulled out my sales notes on a lead that, and this is pretty typical of what my writing looks like. It's chicken scratch, and I was out on a homeowner's house about 2 weeks ago, and I mean, I can tell you what it says. It says, Miss Bristick, flat roof with a mansard front, 2-story access through the hatch. They want gutters, skylights, new roof, shingles on the mansard, slates, Once dormer, I can't even read what else I wrote here. Actively leaking, 80 feet of wall coping, 7 square on the flat, and 2 square lower, 3 squares of slate, 2 skylights, 1 hatch, 40 drip, 25 gravel stop. I mean, it's typical of what my salesmen would do because they do what I do, and and they write crap down and they don't remember what they wrote. So I'm going to build the proposal in about 2 seconds. We put the homeowner's information in. Once they put the homeowner's information in, it'll automatically populate with what contract, because we work in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We go here and we pick what kind of roof it is. I type in the main section. It's a main roof. It's a flat roof. It was 9 square with 80 feet of wall cap. And they had a front mansard, which I typed in, and it's slate, and it's 3 square. And I hit next. I dragged in the pictures. These are actual pictures of what the roof looks like. I'm setting this as the front of the house because that's the front of the house, so it's going to look like that on the proposal. We hit next. This is for our production details, and we type that in. We go here, any additional add-ons that the person, our company, cover letter, pictures pulled in, all of the particulars for this job, all of the CAD drawings, the main roof scope, the front mansard scope, all the different scopes, but the one they selected, the contract, they can come in here, they've got the contract amount, and depending on what they want, if they financed it, great. If they didn't, they want to pay by credit card, they hit credit card, put the credit card information in, come down, terms and conditions, they can sign right on the computer screen. We have all of our warranty, all of our post job and documents in there, our Renovate Right brochure. They hit the signed contract. I'm not going to hit that because this will actually go right to my production manager and he'll think I signed this job right here. So I'm not doing that. But if they signed it, we save it, attach it, email it, done deal.
That's a really great hack. All right, so Scott, stay up here. We're going to invite the other hackathon members to come on up. And then Mike, who's on audiovisual over there, is going to put up a QR code. And when you take a picture of that, you're going to see the names of the 7 persons who shared an idea with you. All of them shared great ideas, I think. But there's only one winner of the 2026 hackathon, which we take deadly seriously. And we're going to give you guys a few seconds to log in and to register your votes. And Mikey back there, whenever you feel like sufficient time has gone by, let's give it a few more seconds. People are still logging in to get 1 vote. So Scott, we know what his idea was. Remind us what your idea was, Michael.
Using AI to augment the human creative process from sketch to image to video.
All right. And then Anna, you had a leadership vision hack, correct?
Yeah, understanding what is the vision and making sure greatness is achieved.
So simple and true. Paul. Use Notebook LM from Google. Mr. Sigler.
Bring your partners together. Make them talk to each other. Their AI ideas are probably better than yours. Let them work for you.
All right, and the 2 youth.
The red bubble anxiety, right? We're trying to reduce our inbox bloat and stay productive.
All right, and Zach O'Hara.
Created the Swiss Army knife of North Shore Masonry Sales Closers Club.
All right, let's give one more round of applause for all the hackers. And all right, just a quick show of the results. All right, yeah, I think we're ready. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, $100. All right, and he was on the fly, had to put his laptop open. But let's hear it for Mr. Zach O'Hara, winner of the second hackathon. And Milan and all you guys, thank you so much. So guys, it's time for our reception. We have Liam Fagan playing some music. So enjoy your evening. We've got about an hour and a half of music and food and drinks. So thank you all. Thanks a lot, guys. Go Zach.